Dear student, good morning everybody. Today we are going to start the rest of the proceeding of chapter 2. Yesterday we started this chapter, chemical sensor, and हमने देखा कि to begin with we started with chemical sensor characteristics. What are the important characteristics? Like I told you, stability, repeatability, linearity, hysteresis, saturation, response and recovery time, span. And then we talked about very rigorously on sensitivity and selectivity. I told you that although other parameters are equally important, but the sensitivity and selectivity, these two parameters are very, very important. And therefore, whenever you will be working on sensor, like whenever you will be doing research on sensor, you need to focus more on sensitivity and selectivity, because whenever you will be focusing on sensitivity and selectivity, automatically you will be taking care of other sensor characteristic that we have discussed yesterday. And then we talked about specific difficulties in chemical sensor, because since chemical sensor is going to have interaction with chemical species, the material may get corrode. There will be some that chemical species may have the corrosive effect. As a result of that, the material is going to be deteriorated substantially, and which affect on the parameters which we have discussed, characteristics which we have discussed yesterday. And then we also discuss the classification of chemical sensing mechanism. हमने देखा कि यहाँ पर हम केमिकल सेंसिंग मैकेनिज्म जब हम क्लासिफाई करते हैं, या whenever we are classifying sensors, there could be two different strategies for classification. Number one, जो इनपुट में जो इंटरेक्शन होता है एनालाइट का जो मटेरियल के साथ में, so that could be one aspect, like it could be like chemically reactive or it could be physically reactive. Chemical reactive का मतलब क्या होगा? Whenever there would be electron exchange between analyte and material, तल उसको हम क्या कहेंगे? Chemically reactive कहेंगे. But whenever there would be the modulation in the physical properties, like whenever the material is going to come in contact with the gas analyte, the material may get swell. Material क्या होगा? फूल जाएगा material, right? It will be swelling. There will be swelling effect of the material. So it is called as physically reactive. So that is one way to classify the sensors. Other way is based on the measurement strategies, like what we are measuring. What is the like in I accordingly there could be two different kind of sensors, like direct sensors and complex sensor. Direct sensor, like whatever the interaction you will be having, that interaction will be responsible to have the electrical output at the output of the sensor. But that kind of sensor is called as direct sensor or simple sensor, which we have discussed yesterday. Whereas as far as complex sensor is concerned, there we need to have additional transducing mechanism. मतलब जो इनपुट में जो भी इंटरेक्शन होगा, इन एडिशन टू दैट वहां पर क्या होगा? देयर वुड बी वन मोर ट्रांसड्यूसर. वो ट्रांसड्यूसर क्या करेगा? वट एवर चेंजेस जो इनपुट में आएंगे, that changes are going to be converted into electrical form. So additional transducer is going to be there, and that is why it's called as a complex sensor. So these two simple sensors or direct sensor we have discussed, metal oxide and elastomer chemiresistor. This we have discussed yesterday. In fact, we have discussed only metal oxide. Today we are going to discuss elastomer chemiresistor. And then I told you the concept of a complex sensor. You can see here, this is the one transducer in which the presence of analyte is being converted into uh, uh, some modulation in the properties of this material, and which is called a transducer. And then whatever changes we are having here, those changes are going to be again converted into the electrical signal. And fiber optics is one of the example I told you yesterday. Fiber optics में क्या होगा कि जो केमिकल स्पेसिस रहेगी, whenever that chemical species comes in contact with fiber optics, फाइबर ऑप्टिक्स का मतलब क्या होगा कि आप क्लैडिंग को रिमूव करेंगे, वहां पर वो क्लैडिंग कोई मटेरियल होगा जो विच विल एक्ट एज ए क्लैडिंग। ओके, तो वो क्लैडिंग के साथ में जब केमिकल स्पेसिस इंटरेक्ट करेगी तो क्या होगा, वो क्लैडिंग का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स मॉड्यूलेट होगा, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट देयर वुड बी मॉड्यूलेशन इन द इंटेंसिटी, ओके, और पावर। But at the end we need electrical signal, so there would be detector. So detector is another transducer which will be converting that optical signal into electrical signal. So this is one of the example of complex sensor. And then we talked about this chemiresistive modalities, chemiresistive, chemfit, and amperometric. Mostly in as far as gas, of course, amperometric sensor can also be used for detection of gases, detection of gas analyte, but more it is very rarely used. Most of the time, chemiresistive and chemfit sensors are being used for detection of gas analyte. Amperometric is the technique which is being used for detection of heavy metal ion mostly. And then we talked about these two important hurdles in sensor research, selectivity and cross sensitivity. And then we consider this example, metal oxide as a chemical sensor as a direct sensor. And then we will just, we arrived at this particular point. So today we are going to discuss enhanced catalytic gas sensor. Now, why we are calling it as enhanced? Because there is a, it's a combination. It's a combination. Like you can see, enhanced catalytic gas sensors are experimental devices that employ active measurement techniques coupled with fairly simple electrochemical cell. Like, what does it mean? It means that there would be simple electrochemical cell in the input, okay, and that will be responsible for sensing the presence of the analyte. And then there would be there would be some active measurement techniques at the later stage of the sensor, and that measurement technique will be responsible for generating signal into electrical form. As well as electrochemical cells are concerned, there could be n number of examples, right? One of the example is electrochemical cells are fabricated of ceramic metallic films and provide the reaction environment for potentiometric and amperometric measurement. So this is what I was talking about. At output, there would be some measuring technique. Like potentiometric means what? You will be measuring changes in the potential. Amperometric means what? You will be measuring changes in the current. So this is the difference. As far as the electrochemical cells is concerned, here ceramic, it has been mentioned, ceramic metallic films. But it can be organic conducting polymer. It can be, composite of MOF with other material, like many students. Those who are working on the sensor related project, they must be well aware that electrochemical cells can be is not only ceramic metallic film, it can be organic conducting polymer, it can be metal organic, it can be graphene, it can be composite of these material with theory, right? So but here they have mentioned ceramic metallic film. These sensors provide broad spectrum of responses, allowing identification and quantification of a wide range of gases. What does it mean? It means जो input की बात मैं कर रहा था, ये जो film है, you can change this material. You can have any sort of material. You can design. You can synthesize any material of your choice, and then the affinity of that material can be that sensor can be modulated, can be changed. So the wide range of broad spectrum of gas analyte can be detected. So identification and quantification means it will be like identified, it will be detected. Quantified means like the proportional output can be generated. Like for example, what should be electrical signal for 5 ppm, what should be electrical signal for 10 ppm, 20 ppm, 30 ppm, so on and so forth. So it will be identified as well as quantified. And because of this lot of combination, like output, you can have potentiometric, amperometric. This is one example. Or you can have many other options as well. But as far as electrochemical cell is concerned, output can be either potentiometric or amperometric. It means Output को either you can measure changes in the voltage or you can measure changes in the current. Okay, as far as the electrochemical cell is concerned, as I mentioned earlier, वहाँ पर you can design, you can synthesize the material of your choice. यहाँ पर क्या example दिया? Ceramic metallic fill. But it can be, as I mentioned earlier, it can be graphene, it can be carbon nanotube, it can be cyanide, it can be metal organic framework, it can be any material. These sensors in this way, the enhanced catalytic devices are divided into two broad categories. One is electro-enhanced catalytic devices. There is photo-enhanced catalytic devices. It means electro-enhanced means by applying some external potential, or electrical signal, the performance can be further enhanced. So that is why it is called electro-enhanced catalytic devices. And photo enhanced catalytic devices means वहां पर हम क्या करेंगे उस डिवाइस पे we are going to have the enhancement in the performance by exposing that device to the electromagnetic radiation. Not electromagnetic radiation, it can be like light radiation, right? So whenever the light is incident on any material, obviously its properties can be further enhanced. As far as these catalytic devices are concerned, enhanced catalytic devices are concerned, you can have either electro-enhanced catalytic devices or photo-enhanced catalytic devices. Let us consider first this enhanced catalytic gas sensor, elastomer chemiresistor. This is one of the, we can call it as a electro, I mean, it's not, it is very difficult to label it as a either electro or catalytic, electro or photo enhanced devices. You just see like what would be what would be the classification of this. So the first device is going to be elastomer chemiresistor. What is elastomer chemiresistor? It is basically a polymer composite, and also it can also be referred as polymer conductor or simply PC. P stands for polymer and C stands for conductor. So it is a polymer conductor. What does it mean? It means it's simple polymer film. Like many of you, some of the research scholar, not sorry, some of the student from you must be working on polymer based material like organic conductive polymer, polyaniline, polyphenol. I don't know if anybody of you are working on this. तो अगर कोई काम कर रहा होगा इसके ऊपर तो उनको पता होगा, right? So elastomer chemiresistor means it is essentially consisting of polymer. Okay. Now what if it is polymer, there could be different again mechanism. Here the polymer film that absorbs chemical species and swell, increasing resistance as a physical response to the presence of chemical species. So there can be two different responses of this polymer film. One, it may not have any, this is physically active, right? So if you remember, these are two different classification we discussed earlier, chemically reactive and physical reactive. So whenever there is the interaction, whenever there is an electron exchange taking place between gas analyte and the material, that kind of mechanism is called as chemically reactive mechanism or phenomenon, not mechanism, phenomenon. Okay. And whenever there is a swelling, whenever the material comes in contact with gas analyte, material get swell, right? फूल जाता है material, right? तो उससे उसको हम क्या कहेंगे? Physically reactive material. So we are talking about here, they have mentioned physically reactive material. It could be chemical reactive as well. Polymers can take part, can exchange electron with gas analyte as well. But here they have mentioned physically reactive material. So as a result of that, whenever material is going to swell, what will happen? Its resistance is going to be either increase or decrease. Most likely it is increase, right? This can be used as a chemical detector, but do not truly employ the chemical reaction. It means here there won't be any chemical reaction. Chemical reaction means oxidation reduction yahan nahi hoga, right? So we are choosing those kind of material. Like again, as far as polymers are concerned, there is a wide range of polymers. कुछ पॉलीमर्स रहेंगे कि जो एनालाइट के साथ में chemical reactions होंगी. Chemical reactions means either that analyte will oxidize that material or reduce that material. So this is the chemical reaction I was talking about. There would be few some polymers which is not going to take part in any chemical reaction, but they are going to swell. It's called a physical changes. They will undergo some physical changes, right? So polymers are designed and or treated to attract subsets of chemical providing high degree of selectivity. So whenever you are designing polymer, I mean synthesizing polymer, I also told you or mentioned earlier that while synthesizing polymer, whenever you change dopant, because whenever by synthesizing polymer you need to have dopant, right? The dopant also will be responsible for changing the affinity of that material towards various gas analytes. This is what we have observed. Similarly, here also, whenever we will be designing or synthesizing polymer, by changing composition, you can the same polymer, but by changing composition, by changing dopant, you can change the affinity, or you can choose a different. There is a wide range of polymers, and those polymers will be very much specific to some of the gas analyte, right? So if you are having that kind, if you are having array, for example, sensing array having, let us say, 10 different element, and if you are using different material for all different polymer material for all 10 different element, what will happen? All those 10 different element will be able to detect 10 different gas analyte. ओके, इसका मतलब क्या होगा कि आपके पास 10 अलग अलग मटेरियल रहेंगे, अलग अलग पॉलीमर मटेरियल रहेंगे, एंड सभी का एफिनिटी जो है अलग अलग गैस एनालाइट के साथ में होगा. तो अरे क्या होगा फिर? You can have a sensor array which will each element will be highly specific, highly selective, and which will be responsive to only specific gas analyte, right? PC have become commercially viable as the sensing element inside a more complex system. So as a result of that, this is one of the reason why this elastomer resistors, or we can see PCs, are being widely used in various instruments. जो बड़े बड़े instruments होते हैं ना, वहाँ पर जो sensing element होता है, तो sensing element they are most of the time they are using elastomer resistor as a sensing element. The PC sensor can respond to the presence of simple hydrocarbon like isopropyl alcohol in only couple of seconds, whereas more complex oil may take little bit more time. तो इसकी खासियत क्या है कि जो सिंपल हाइड्रोकार्बन्स है, फॉर एग्जांपल आइसोप्रोपिल अल्कोहल, जो दिस इज वन ऑफ द एग्जांपल ऑफ सिंपल हाइड्रोकार्बन. So there are some polymers, they will be responding very quickly to this kind of hydrocarbons. लेकिन बाकी जो कॉम्प्लेक्स VOCs रहेंगे या हजार्डस गैसेस रहेंगे, उसको हो सकता है शायद थोड़ा समय ले, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट विल बी it will not be more than 50 seconds. Response time will not be more than 50 seconds. This is one of the reasons why these elastomer resistors are being used in advanced instruments. PC element is not expected to be tolerant of corrosion, but bearing exposure to such, it should have a lifespan of months in normal operation. As मैंने पहले आप लोगों को बताया कि ये जो पॉलीमर्स होते हैं, they are, I mean, these chemicals species are going to corrode them. क्या होगा? वो corrosion आएगा उसमें. जब हमारे जो पॉलीमर जो गैस एनालाइट के साथ में जब भी एक्सपोज होगा, तो क्या होगा? corrosion होगा. तो similarly polyester, this PC also, we call elastomer resistor also, are not going to be tolerant for corrosiveness. मतलब यहाँ पर भी corrosion होगा ही होगा. लेकिन आप क्या कर सकते हो? आप उसके प्रॉपर्टीज ऑप्टिमाइज कर सकते हो, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन इंश्योर द लाइफ स्पैन ऑफ एटलीस्ट मंथ, कपल ऑफ मंथ्स. जनरली जैसे मैंने पहले बताया आपको कि पॉलीमर्स आर नॉट स्टेबल इन द एनवायरनमेंट. बल्क फॉर्म में अगर पॉलीमर आप लेते हो कोई भी मटेरियल बनाने के लिए, तो दे आर नॉट स्टेबल. तो आप अगर स्टेबिलिटी कोई किसी पॉलीमर का स्टडी करोगे लैब में, आज मान लो आपने रेजिस्टेंस मेजर किया, कल आप देखोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि दैट गोइंग टू बी डिटोरिएटेड. थर्ड डे देखोगे अगेन इज गोइंग टू बी डिटोरिएटेड. तो इसीलिए इन ऑर्डर टू कम आउट ऑफ दिस, because this will affect the stability of the sensor, तो ये जो स्टेबिलिटी का इश्यू है, इसको अगर एड्रेस करना है तो व्हाट वी कैन डू, you can optimize the parameter, you can synthesize the polymer material in पहले तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट आपको ऐसे पॉलीमर मटेरियल लेने पड़ेंगे जो एनवायरनमेंट में डिग्रेड डिटोरेशन कम होगी, सो यू हैव टू चूज दैट काइंड ऑफ पॉलीमरिक मटेरियल, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, सिंथेसिस करते समय आपको पैरामीटर्स ऑप्टिमाइज करने पड़ेंगे, लाइक व्हाट यू कैन डू, ऑप्टिमाइज द, आई मीन randomly select some parameter, synthesize polymer and see its stability over the time, and then again you modify the parameters, synthesize material and again test it, right? So like that you can optimize those, optimize करके आपको पता चलेगा कि over the time कौन सा मटेरियल ज्यादा, कौन सा पॉलीमर ज्यादा स्टेबल रहेगा, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, यू कैन सिंथेसाइज इट इन नैनो स्ट्रक्चर फॉर्म, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया कि कोई भी मटेरियल आप बल्क से अगर नैनो स्ट्रक्चर में आप अगर उसको लेकर जाओगे तो उसकी स्टेबिलिटी बढ़ेगी, एंड दैट इज व्हाई नाउअडेज in most of the sensors and in sensor research, most of the researchers are working on nanostructure material. The PC measurement strategies uses various differently treated PC element to produce an array, and then it samples the array to produce signature. जैसे मैंने पहले last slide explain करते समय बताया कि you can optimize the parameters in PC, I mean polymer की फिल्म जब बनाते समय आप क्या कर सकते हो, पैरामीटर आप ऑप्टिमाइज कर सकते हो, यू कैन हैव अ डिफरेंट पॉलीमर, एंड देन जैसे मैंने पहले बताया कि आप यू कैन हैव अ अरे ऑफ डिफरेंट पीसीज, राइट? एंड एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट आपके अगर सेंसर में अगर अरे 10 या 15 या 15 या 16 डिफरेंट सिग्नल सेंसर्स एलिमेंट रहेंगे तो क्या होगा, you will be able to identify 16 different POCs or hazardous gases, and you will be able to produce a different signature for the different gas analyte. The commercial instruments based on this technology can readily differentiate between compounds such as acetone and acetic acid, but they are not designed to be quantitative. It depends. ये statement भी थोड़ा सा I don't agree with this statement. जैसे कि इसमें क्या बताया गया है कि like this हम क्या कर सकते हैं, जो advanced instrument हम बना सकते हैं जिसमें sensing array रहेगा, and then you will be able to I mean distinguish between, जैसे इसमें बताया acetone and acetic acid, right? जैसे कि aromatic gases है, बेंजीन, टोलिन, xylene, ओके, तो इसमें हम मतलब डिस्क्रिमिनेट कर सकते हैं सिग्नल भी, बट दे सेड लाइक दे कैन बी दे कैन नॉट बी क्वांटिफाइड, राइट? क्वालिटेटिवली उसका डिटेक्शन होगा बट क्वांटिटेटिव नहीं होगा, बट ऐसा नहीं है आजकल, लाइक देयर हैज बीन ट्रेमेंडस एडवांसमेंट इन द सेंसर रिसर्च, वी कैन क्वांटिफाई आल्सो, it's not only qualitative measurement but it could be quantitative measurement as well. These commercial instruments are complement to metal oxide sensor in that they are rather insensitive to fixed gases like O2, Cl2, H2, NO. They are commonly detected using metal oxide devices. इसमें ये बताया गया है कि हमारा जो मेटल ऑक्साइड सेंसर जो होता है, detection of O2, Cl2, H2 and NO is going to be very common for metal oxide sensor. But only problem with metal oxide is वो हाई टेम्परेचर ऑपरेशन उसका लगता है, ये जो इसमें लास्ट लाइन में लिखा हुआ है कि अनलाइक मेटल ऑक्साइड बेस्ड सेंसर पीसी डू नॉट रिक्वायर हाई कंट्रोल ऑपरेटिंग टेम्परेचर। तो यहाँ पर डिसएडवांटेज क्या बताया उन्होंने कि इसमें कभी-कभी मतलब ये जो पॉलीमर बेस्ड सेंसर हैं, जैसे ऑक्सीजन, क्लोरीन, हाइड्रोजन, यू नो एंड NO, इसके लिए कभी-कभी ऑफ कोर्स अभी तो इतना रिसर्च आगे बढ़ चुका है कि you can have composite and you can detect these gases as well, but पहले हुआ करता था कि usually by using this kind of PCs it was difficult to detect these kind of gases, but it was very easy by metal oxide device sensor based on metal oxide. But एडवांटेज ये है कि मेटल ऑक्साइड में क्या डिसएडवांटेज है, इट रिक्वायर्स हाई टेम्परेचर ऑपरेशन, क्योंकि वैसे उसके सिवाय वो सरफेस पे पोटेंशियल जनरेट ही नहीं होगा हाई टेम्परेचर ऑपरेशन के बजाय मेटल ऑक्साइड, and as a result of that metal oxides are not going to be good for room temperature sensing application, whereas the polymers, they are wonderful options for having room temperature operation. Okay, so there are certain advantages as well as disadvantages. So let me quickly tell you the chemiresistive sensor configuration. You can see here. This is whenever we are talking about chemiresistive. Chemiresistive का तो आपको मैंने बता दिया क्या होता है chemiresistive का मतलब. Chemiresistive मतलब क्या है? किसी डिवाइस का रेजिस्टेंस चेंज होगा whenever we are going to come in contact with chemical species. मतलब जब भी वो chemical species के contact में आएगा उसका resistance change होगा and that resistance change is going to be proportional to the variation in the input chemical species and that is why it's called as chemiresistive sensor. तो इसका मतलब क्या है कि chemiresistive sensor is always going to be two terminal device. आप देखोगे यहाँ पर ड्रेन सोर्स ओनली टू टर्मिनल एंड यार ये ड्रेन सोर्स जो है हम वो मटेरियल से ब्रीच करेंगे जिस मटेरियल को हम सेंसिंग मटेरियल कहेंगे, राइट? एंड देन व्हेनेवर यू विल बी अप्लाइंग सम वोल्टेज, okay, what will happen? There will be fixed amount of current flowing. By voltage you are applying some voltage, current can be measured accordingly, resistance of this device can be measured. So there will be fixed resistance in absence of analyte. Whenever you will be exposing this material to the desired gas analyte, this material can be here यहाँ पर example बताया गया porphyrin oblique OCP coated SW&T conducting channel. मतलब क्या है ये? ऑर्गेनिक आई मीन सिंगल बार कार्बन नैनोट्यूब के ऊपर porphyrin की या ऑर्गेनिक कंडक्टिंग पॉलीमर की कोटिंग हमने चढ़ाई. But it can be any material, it can be any sensing material which is in semiconductor regime. ओके तो क्या होगा? इसका फिक्स रेजिस्टेंस होगा एंड देन व्हेनेवर यू विल बी एक्सपोजिंग टू डिजायर्ड गैस एनालाइट, तो क्या होगा? एट दैट पर्टिकुलर कंसंट्रेशन, लेट अस से दिस इज इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेटिंग गैस एनालाइट, इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेटिंग, और ये पी टाइप मटेरियल है. तो क्या होगा? पी टाइप मटेरियल में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वैसे ही कम होते हैं. ओके, कंडक्शन विल बी मेनली बिकॉज ऑफ होल. जब इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करेगा तो नंबर ऑफ होल्स आर गोइंग टू बी डिफ्लेटेड. एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट कंडक्टिविटी क्या होगी? कम होगी और रेजिस्टेंस बढ़ेगा. आप देखिए ये पर्टिकुलर लेट से 0.01 ppm क्या हुआ? रेजिस्टेंस बढ़ गया है, राइट? And then subsequently, whenever you will be increasing concentration of gas analyte, so there will be this kind of peaks you will be able to record. Like 0.01 ppm के लिए इस टाइप का पिक मिला आपको, 0.2 ppm के लिए इस टाइप का मिलेगा, 0.5 के लिए इस टाइप का मिलेगा, 1 ppm के लिए इस टाइप का मिलेगा. So what you are essentially doing, you are using two terminal device and you are exposing your material to the desired gas analyte with various concentration, and accordingly you can measure a real-time sensing. So this is what we call as real-time sensing measurement. Okay, so this is in chemiresistive configuration. The another configuration is ChemFET. I told you earlier ChemFET. ChemFET is chemically sensitive feed effect transistor. कल मैंने आपको बोला था कि आपको अगर ChemFET सही तरीके से समझना है तो आपको feed effect transistor समझना बहुत जरूरी है, FET समझना बहुत जरूरी है. So what I'm going to do is in next lecture, by the end of this lecture, I'm going to ask you who is going to demonstrate FET. Okay, junction feed effect transistor. So I will be asking one of you to demonstrate to explain feed effect junction feed effect transistor. तो पहले आपको सबसे पहले क्या junction feed effect transistor को आपको समझना पड़ेगा. कल मैंने थोड़ा सा बेसिक आपको बताया था. तो हमने देखा कि फीड इफेक्ट ट्रांजिस्टर में क्या होता है? गेट पोटेंशियल जो है that is always going to have the influence on drain to source drain IDS, drain to source current, right? So अगर हमने it depends on where is the N channel और P channel. So आप जब रिवर्स बायस गेट के ऊपर बढ़ाएंगे तो क्या होगा? IDS will be either increase or decrease depending on whether you are using P channel FET or N channel FET. Now, as far as this is concerned, here what essentially doing, whatever channel you are talking about in junction feed effect transistor, here you will be using the active sensing material as a channel. Active sensing material as a channel. So as a result of that, you can control the flow of electron from one electrode to another electrode, right? And since you are going to have the third important parameter to control flow of electron, what is that? The voltage at gate. These devices are going to be very, very sensitive, and that is why ChemFETs are very popular sensor modalities nowadays because lower detection limit can be increased substantially. Okay, most importantly low detection limit. I told you earlier too कि जब आप सेंसर रिसर्च करते हो तो आपका मेन टारगेट क्या होगा कि आपका जो सेंसर होगा उसका लो डिटेक्शन लिमिट शुड बी अराउंड पेल, ओशा पेल. अगर ओशा पेल के आसपास नहीं रहेगा तो वो सेंसर किसी काम का नहीं रहेगा, राइट? सो यू आर गोइंग टू ऑलवेज एंश्योर दैट योर लो डिटेक्शन लिमिट ऑफ योर सेंसर इज गोइंग टू बी नियर ओशा पेल. उसके लिए फैट कैमफेट इज गोइंग टू बी वंडरफुल वंडरफुल option. Okay, so ChemFETs are basically a solid state sensor suitable for batch of fabrication because this is one example, right? This is one example of interdigited electrode rather. Okay, but you can have different kind of electrode configuration. I'm going to show you that will help you to have the array of sensors on very small space. Okay, I'm going to show you some configuration. So there are 4 types of ChemFETs: ion selective, gas selective, enzyme selective, or immunoselective sensor. It means like whenever you are detecting heavy metal ions, it can be referred as ion selective. Whenever you are detecting any gas analyte, it can be referred as gas selective. If you are using it as a biosensor, then you can use as a enzyme selective or immunoselective sensors, right? Uh, this is let me show you different configuration of FET. Okay, this is basically a schematic, general schematic of FET. You can see you will be having some gate material. Gate, what essentially we are doing, we are using silicon as a gate material. In our laboratory, you must have seen, many students must have seen the Si wafers, silicon wafers. So that silicon wafer will be considered as a gate, and then we are coating SiO2 layer, insulating. SiO2 is as a insulating layer, right? So you have silicon as a gate, and then SiO2 as a insulating material, and the top of that there will be two gold electrode. So one will be acts as a drain, other will be acts as a source. And then we are bridging this gap by using some material like porphyrin functionalized SWNT is one of the example, but it could be anything, right? So this is going to be our channel. Okay. And then what we will be doing, you will be applying VDS, right? Some voltage between drain and source. We call it as a VDS. This is programmable power supply. We are using Kettler, truly speaking, for this because Kettler 4200 is basically semiconductor characterization system in which you don't need separate power supply. Single Kettler is going to control VDS as well as VGS. Okay. Earlier we were not having 4200, we were having 2400 source master unit in which only you can supply only one, you can have only one power supply. So we used to give this apply Kettler 2400 between source and gate, and during across drain and source we used to apply different power supply. So this is the schematic of field effect transistor measurement. This is actual measurement. You can see here earlier, because I have shown you this kind of diagram in case of semi-resistive, right? Their gate was not there. There was only drain and source. But now what we can do, silicon. Silicon will be considered as a gate, and that will be our third electrode. Okay. And then once you have this, you can study two different characteristics. One, as far as FET is concerned, one would be output characteristics, other would be transfer characteristics, right?